Hi, what's going on guys? It's Almond. Welcome back to another Wizard101 video. In today's video, I wanted to go over about how you should save your gold keys, potentially for the key bosses that are rolling forward. I know some people are going to be looking forward to certain spellements and being able to get certain gear, so I wanted to put this out there that you guys should be saving your gold keys, right? But I know a lot of players would rather use their gold keys on other stuff, but I feel like this is something that it could be quite viable with the holidays coming around the corner, whether it be Halloween or even down the line Christmas when Krampus comes around. People should start saving their gold keys, of course. But let's talk about all that, and then we'll go over some things as well. So if you do enjoy this type of content, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, all type of stuff. And yeah, let's get into it. So when it comes to gold keys, right, I know it's like a sawed off source because people want to do it in groups of 4 because that's the most value for the key, because there is a potential drop of you getting a gold key back, right? And being able to get a gold key back makes you do another run, so that's why it's viable to do it with more people. I know some people brought up the option is, why don't, what if I just want to use the gold key myself? You could. I mean, hey, if you want to go solo the gold key boss, go for it, all power to you, right? But it's more valuable to have 3 other players, because if it's a higher chance of you getting a gold key versus just one person going in there, right? So the odds are more likely. They're not the best odds, but hey, I mean, it's still quite possible, and it's happened to me a couple times, of course. So that's why it's good to do it for people. But when it comes to the gold keys and saving them, Halloween is literally around the corner, right? And this topic hasn't been brought up in the community, but there's a gold key boss that is literally going to be dropping Headless Horseman spellments, which not many people have really talked about, right? Ever since it came out, people just quiet silence on it, because the fact that you at the moment it doesn't drop it, right? Of course, when time comes and okay, we'll obviously announce it, and we'll get more clarification on this. But when Halloween does come around the corner, Headless Horseman will start being dropped from a gold key boss, and I think this is the first instance we've even gotten spellments for Headless Horseman. I know you could use item cards in the past, so if you wanted to use like the weaknesses on it, right? But now you're actually able to go farm it once Halloween comes around. So definitely I'd recommend it. I'm hopefully assuming that there's going to be some Halloween gear that's also going to be dropped from this gold key boss. If not, I feel like the value of this gold key boss is kind of drastically low due to the fact that you're only grinding for the spellments. There's not really gear that's dropped from there. I've definitely done the boss in test realm, and I've done it in live realm one time just to see if there's any drops at the moment, but there's literally nothing to go for from that boss. Like, if you go to this drop table for Bunfratu, drops legit nothing of concern. So I definitely wouldn't go out of your way to do it now, because A, you're not gonna get anything worth your time, and B, you're just wasting a gold key. So I would wait till Headless Horseman is officially dropped from there. It is in its pool, but it's time gated to an event. It's a lot of things, right? But you'll know from either me uploading a video or it being announced by KI that you can actually start getting Headless Horseman spellments. But I'd say definitely start pre-farming them keys, whether it be Beast Moon, Decathlon, and like all the other ways. I'm pretty sure you can get it from PvP, I think, at one point. Or even the events in general. Like sometimes at the end of the event you can get a gold key. If you have membership, do like monthly or whatever, you can go to Majid, talk to him. He might have some keys that you can buy every month, so you can stockpile on those and do it with a group of people and just rotate keys, right? And you can get that tier 5 Headless Horseman, right? Either that or open packs, because I'm pretty sure it'll be in packs once the Halloween packs come around this season, so be on the lookout for that. Another reason I feel like a lot of people should be saving their gold keys, right, is because there eventually is going to be a key boss for the DWive pack, right? The burrower gear that people have been gassing up lately for like such a while at this point. But yes, we eventually get a gold key boss for that. When? I have no clue, right? From past experiences, this usually takes a year, right? And if it takes a year again, I wouldn't be surprised, but I would be surprised if KI does release the boss early. My issue being is, will Burrower still be useful in a year's time from now? Don't know, because it depends on what packs they release, of course. Will Azteca 170 gear be viable? Will that be better? Stuff like that, right? But I still think, regardless of the fact, unless they replace the Burrower template, of course, like if they release another one down the line, exact same template and stuff like that, then Burrower is just kind of useless, right? Take my word for that. But at the moment, I feel like even if they do release it, it's still useful due to the fact that you can use them in raids. Of course, you're not going to be using them once you get to 170, of course, because how scaling works with stats, you know, there's going to be new maxes that you want to reach, and those maxes will reduce you to the previous maxes. I should probably do a video explaining level scaling, but it's a whole like separate topic. But once 170 comes out, not so much. But if you are a 160 and you just kept your character at 160 for the reason of easily reaching the stat caps, then yeah, Burrower will still be useful, of course, right? And plus, the reason why Burrower is even good, it's because it's literally like Eternal, and you're getting more shads, which, I mean, at the moment, obviously this is a pre-recorded video, but shads are getting changed in the raid for when it comes to the, I guess, the minions slash bosses. They're less likely to use their shads. They still have it in their deck, of course, but being able to compete against them is something that like a lot of people have been doing. So that's why the gear is quite useful. Yeah, time will tell if, you know, we get gear that has better shad rating. Will it replace Burrower? Stuff like that. I understand, right? But regardless, still you should save keys, because the fact that the Burrower key boss, right, will drop spellments, right? It will drop all the DWive spellments, all the different variations of the 7 spells, which to me that's a lot of spellments, right? I wonder how they're gonna split up the drop rates of those, but definitely 7 spellments, that's quite a lot, right? I think that's equivalent to the Avalon key boss, because the Avalon key boss has like Deer Knight, it has Catalan, it has Handsome Fomori, I believe. It has, well, what else does it have? Sacred Charge, Burning Rampage. It has quite a lot, right? So this one will have 7, which is, unless they decide to split it up, but I don't think that they would do that. So definitely, I know people have been like loving those spells because of the fact that it's like those spells are kind of running rampant in PvP. PvE, they have some kind of use. It's very niche use. There's some good examples I can bring up, like doing Incendiate, of course, with the dots, stuff like that. Instead of having to be on a fire, you can do other schools. And the other spells do have use in other types of PvP. Regular PvE, it's just mainly just for the dots. I don't really see use in the other spells at the moment, unless there's going to be side content down the line where it's like, hey, you want to use this spell, it's quite valuable, but we'll have to wait and see when that comes around. But that's way down the line. So that's why I'm just like, hey, you should still save up, right? There's no harm. I mean, of course, if you want to use your gold keys on other key bosses, go for it, right? Like, I do have some keys set aside on my other accounts, saved for Burrower and saved for Bunferatu, because I do want to be able to get Headless Horseman spellements due to the fact that you only be able to get them during Halloween, which it's the same case with Reindeer Knight and Krampus. You can only get those during Christmas time, and you have to fight Krampus, and he, of course, is a gold key boss as well. So the same argument applies. I know down the line a lot of players want to see these key bosses become like an option they could do at any point, but time will tell when something like that will happen. I know that might be something on the radar, you never know, but definitely that would be kind of nice just to be able to do these key bosses whenever, instead of waiting a whole year for just the key boss to run around. So we'll just have to see, and I'm praying everything goes well with the key bosses. I know for the Burrower key boss, the cheats apparently are more than how it was described. Is the cheats won't fit on a Google slide. Take that with what you guys want. Is it a lot of cheats? I don't know. Are we gonna be able to cheese it? We'll find out whenever that key boss does come out, right? But that is it from me, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the content. If you guys haven't, joined the Discord down below. I appreciate all the people that have been enjoying all the videos and giving me feedback. And yeah, so I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace out, guys.